Morning, everybody. Welcome back to our stream. Just get the game here. Make sure everything's all set up the way it needs to be. Alright, so we finished the Great Garrison last time, cleaned up all of the little tiny quests around our camp. Now, the next order of business is to actually begin the 5th Crusade. So, this should be good. Let's see. My camera positioning good. Do we like it? So. Okay. Continuing on. Hi, I'm Skittish Bootstraps. This is my favorite game. So. The first load always takes so much longer than the next. Alright. So, hello. This is my friend Skittish Bootstraps and Dinosaur Vivian. Okay. Check the quest journal. We don't need that over there. Right. So, okay, so let's figure out which companions we're going to need for a minute. We're going to Socio. We already have Old Brig. Oh yeah, I should go chat with Darren. Okay, hello you crazy person. I'll be honest, Darren's not my favorite companion, but I'm trying to stick it out because people say he's really cool. In a kind of weird way. Hi there. Yes, there I am. I'd love to visit Heaven's Edge and see the Erranday estate someday. Oh, I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking, now that I'm in the middle of this whole Crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate it at Heaven's Edge? It's not far from here, and you'll get to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. Darren seems to have trouble getting the words out, which clearly indicates how rarely he has to ask for anything. Since you're my superior, and I'm your advisor, I'm obliged to ask your permission to leave for the festivities. I want to invite you too. I'm sure the commander could free up an afternoon when the soldiers are on leave. Alright, deal. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm gonna need Socio. So we're gonna be going with a bit of a weird party composition here for a sec. Because we're gonna need Sela. Sela never leaves my party. We're probably gonna swap out Ember, Darren. I'm gonna want Ulbrig, so then I might swap out Anio for Socio? Question mark? Honestly, I'll just have to look at my party composition when we get there. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. What have we got and who do we need? Alright, so we need Darren. Socio. Like, Woljif is my sneaky boy. I guess I could drop land temporarily. I'm not going anywhere without Woljif. Like, I need these three. So, like, these are the only two options for who to drop. Alright, fine, it hurts my soul, but we'll do it. It's fine. Because we also need Ulbrig. Like, we need Darren, Ulbrig, Seela, and Socio. Is that going to be my party composition for the rest of the game? Absolutely not. I just don't want to have to be switching up who's in my party constantly to accomplish what needs to be done. Now, admittedly, once we finish here, I can dump Socio and get land back. This is a Seela quest. And then over here we have Darren, so we have to keep him through there, and Ulbrig. And then I think we're going to get another quest for something over here soonish. Figure it out. For now, however, yes, we will go and do shenanigans. I'm not reading all of this aloud right now. Socio throws a handful of soil into the grave in front of him. He takes a breath and prepares to speak, but it seems that he simply cannot find the right words. The cleric wipes his tear-filled eyes, gathers his resolve, and says in a gentle voice, "I wish you a warm welcome in Shellen's realm. We will win this war, I swear to you. We'll banish this ugliness and evil, make the world richer, and let peace blossom in it. Make sure anything like this. He breaks into sobs mid-sentence and falls silent without finishing his declaration. Thank you for everything you've done for us." Socio is too absorbed in his grief to hear you, but the other mourners nod in a wiping their teary eyes. Dummies! See how this goes. I don't think I have anybody in the correct positions.
They will break against our resolve.
Okay, yes, his spells work the same way Embers do. That actually simplifies things a lot. I mean, yes, turn that on. That should always be on. So I feel like that would be a handy thing to have. Sure, why not just turn on the halo. You know what? Sure, dude. Why would I ever want to turn that off? Okay. Centered on caster. Okay, so just doing that should do what I want, I assume? Yeah, for you, Mr. Socio, you do... Sure, we'll do bless. Actually, no, I don't think you need it. Stop that. How long does this last? Duration 1 minute? Playing on an easy enough difficulty that I'm really not worried about that. I thought it was a good idea to leave Darren alone. Nicely done, Darren. One of those zombie lords looked a bit like me. With a heavy heart, Socio looks at the corpses of his friends, returned to rest by his own hand. What is this twisted mockery? Who could possibly... Wait, what's this? He bends down and recovers something from the ground. Take a look at this. Socio hands off a black onyx gem to you. Once precious, this stone is now covered in cracks, falling apart in your grip as you examine the engraved Minotaur's head, the unholy symbol of Baphomet. The cleric's voice, perplexed at first, fills with rage as he speaks. Cultists. Simply murdering my friends is not enough for them. No, they had to come to the funeral and desecrate their graves. They will pay for everything they have done when we find them. You're right. They can't be far. We can't allow them to torture anyone else this way. Wait. The townspeople fled the undead without knowing they have a traitor among them. Wherever they are, they're in great danger. We must find them. I concur. But also... loot. Oh yeah, you need a mythic. Eee. That seems like a good thing for you to have, Socio.
We will win this war.
Saddle up, girly. Okay. Here's the thing. There's a few things to explore around here. Okay. I think I'll roll with it for now because this is not intended to be my final party composition, but like it's a little bit weird. Okay. Let's see, there's a person over here, isn't there? Ah. Well, Jeff, you have a job.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. The half-rotten corpse of a woman shambles out of the crypt. She leers at you with your empty eye sockets and croaks out a few words. Thank the gods and thank you too. I knew this was going to happen someday. They buried me alive. I hate to break it to you, but, you're actually dead. How dare you? What other foolishness? Do I look like a corpse to you? No, 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 you forget yourself. You should be ashamed to say such things to a... The dead Baroness wags her finger at you in a chastising manner, but cuts herself short, staring at her own hand in horror. What? How? This simply cannot be. I shan't permit it. I'm afraid it's true. I'm truly sorry. This graveyard was desecrated by a necromancer. It seems that he disturbed your rest as well. The dead woman covers her face with what remains of her decaying hands. So I died, but even in death the accursed servants of the abyss torment me. Can nothing be done? Perhaps you could lay me to rest. I quite enjoyed my life in this world, but now there is no place for me here. Not in this miserable form. How did you awaken? Do you remember anything? Allow me a moment to think. Seems like it, yes, indeed. I woke because I heard a voice. They were reciting poetry, or a prayer perhaps. I suppose those were spells then. It must have been your thrice-darned necromancer. Would you like to pass along any words of comfort to your friends or family while you're here? That good-for-nothing band of hangers-on? Most certainly not, thank you very much. I am reasonably confident that they have already brought my estate to ruin and squandered the fortune I bequeathed to them. They will have to do without my missives. Spare us both that indignity and embarrassment. You see, I would still be in the company of those I truly care for, were it not for your discourteous sorcerer and his parlor tricks. Rest in peace. Thank you. Do feel free to take my burial jewelry. Those pieces are dreadfully out of fashion where I am going anyway. Up. 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 Thank you. I'm a big fan. Stuff like that. Okay. Opened a door. I appreciate the detail that it's a creaky door. A solid detail. Nicely done. Love ourselves a good crit. You're welcome. Okay. Do be careful though, there's a whole bunch of them out here somewhere. These aren't even noticing me. Come on, there's literally another one just like right over there. Oh, okay, Cecile. Fine, take it. Yeah, they probably are. They're tough enemies, but we're gonna fight them anyway because XP. I think. I mean, maybe we should look for another entrance, but like, it's less fun that way. I play on easy mode. A whole squad of undead guarding the door is not something that worries me.
Cover me, all right? You won't fall here. I swear it.
There you go. There you go, Mom. Have a little safety for you. Though I guess one thing I should keep in mind is that I'm not in turn-based mode right now. Now that is something I can change. But I guess the question is if it's something I want to change. I want the XP. Let's go. Ow. That hurts. They're pegging me. Okay, let's run through and do a quick check out here. Make sure that there's no other civilians who are just stuck. Okay, great. And that's everyone then. And yeah, we're just gonna go in the front door because I don't think I see, well, except for the experience from skill checks. Let's go farm the experience from the skill checks. I'll break, that's your job. Thank you.
This is my kind of work.
I love the fact that you can just do a straight athletics check to get like a horse up a ladder. Something about that is just incredibly funny to me. So she's gonna blow my cover. Oh yeah. To the end of your blasphemous magic, I won't let you harm the living or the dead anymore. Do you think I need your permission? Hey, you bone bags, stand up and kill. Okay, how about I do something kind of cool? Wait a minute. Darren! Oh. Right, because I leveled him up and didn't restore spells. Oh well. I wanted to try raising the undead.
The Inheritor, guide my blade. Stab their backs.
I surrender. Stop, I give up, don't hit me. The young man in black robes throws his hands up in a dramatic gesture. You rat! How dare you! Suddenly, Socio becomes a totally different person. The artist's delicate hands clench in a fist while his voice comes out as a menacing roar. He leaps at the necromancer and breaks his nose with a single blow. You scumbag! I remember you. You came to our temple begging for healing just a month ago. We fed you. We shared our table with you and took you in. Then you... I don't even know what I'm going to do with you. Stop it, I surrender. Socio ignores the necromancer's cries of pain, punching him right in the teeth. The necromancer spits blood but continues, fighting past the wild blows to his increasingly bruised and busted face. You're a priest of Shellen. I surrendered, so you have to spare my life. Your goddess demands it. Is he telling the truth? Your religion doesn't allow you to kill him? Yes. The Eternal Rose is known for her grace. She teaches us to show mercy to anyone who asks for it. It's one thing to slay an enemy in battle, but a captive, you must try to save their soul. To show them the beauty of the world. Persuade them to abandon the path of evil. It's difficult, but the world is better for it. I'm just repeating your own sermons back to you. Come on, Sociel, try to make me repent my sins. Perhaps your kind words will make me abandon Baphomet's teachings, run to Shellen for redemption, and start knitting some masterpieces of my own. The cultist smirks impudently. Do you really believe that even this scum deserves a chance at redemption? I don't know. May Shellen forgive me, but I've never had to struggle with this burden before. He looks at the cultist with visible disgust. I had no time to try healing the souls of villains. I was always preoccupied with healing the bodies of those hurt by them. Clark looks up at the sky. Forgive me, Eternal Rose. You teach us to be merciful to our enemies and love them, but I'm too weak, I'm afraid. Grant me absolution from this sin, for this kind of love is beyond me. Just stop, Sociel. It's not worth breaking your goddess's vows because of filth like him. Socio looks at the battered necromancer's face, then at his bloodied hands in disgust. He slowly lowers and unclenches his fists. Thank you for stopping me. I almost broke my vows because of this. I had absolutely no idea there was so much rage in me. It's a shame, a disgrace, but I must admit that I enjoyed beating him. Forgive me for letting you see me like this. It should never have happened. Socio wipes the necromancer's blood off his knuckles and steps away from him. You are the commander and he is your captive. It's up to you to decide his fate. I surrender. Here, take everything I've got. Just don't kill me. What do you think I should do to him? Socio stares at the cultist, then through clenched teeth utters, I have no right to decide whether he should live or die. You are in charge here. Okay. I'll send in a messenger with orders to imprison the cultist. His deeds will be punished to the fullest extent of the law. Yes, that's the right thing to do. The cleric lets out a sigh of relief. Thank you. Socio examines the devastated graveyard, then diverts his attention to the terrified townspeople. It's all right. You're safe now. We should bury the bodies again. This is a place of peace, and we must not leave it desecrated like this. The townsfolk are clearly terrified of even looking at the fallen undead, but Socio's soft words reassure them. As they work together, the graveyard soon regains its tranquil appearance. After a prayer, Socio bows his head before the graves of his friends for the last time. May the eternal rose grant them peace at last. Let's be on our way. We have many more innocents to protect from the horrors of this war. I agree.
That's easy.
Okay. Honestly, yes. I'm gonna swap out Socio, actually. Since we have to go back through our camp anyway. Swap out Socio and take land back.
Precisely.
Lan, hello. Welcome back to the party. Socio's a really sweet guy, but I don't prefer him in my party. Because I got Seela to be my healer. Now, is it necessarily the best idea to have your healer and your tank be the same person? I don't know, but Socio falls to that problem too. Alright. Magical anomalies are common in the world of Galarian. So common that the use of the word anomaly itself is questionable. A regular city dweller will encounter a chaotic manifestation of supernatural power at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume that the strange sky, the ghostly fire from rifts in the ground, rain of eyeballs, all that the world wound is known for, should find some purchase in the mortal mind. But even the most worldly of travelers feel uneasy at its borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively they understand that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound, an ulcer, through which the world itself bleeds into the abyss. The commander and her army walk up the high bank of the West Sullen River, where it draws near the border of the world wound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over their sharp edges and sickening bends, the shade of mercury on the horizon, rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the soldiers' heads, it regains its familiar azure hue. Soldiers whisper and grumble. The commander feels eyes upon her back. Somewhere among them, wearing simple armor and unrecognized by anyone, the ruler of Mendev is standing and watching the new commander closely. The commander gives a signal to wait and climbs to the highest point along the bank. There, she decides to... Okay, I'm gonna succeed either way. This is purely just a flavor thing. I will look around. There's a strange movement in the sky. Black clouds twist into funnels and turn a sickly yellow. Brooding storm is on this side of the river, ahead of the army. Avoiding the strange phenomenon will hardly be possible. The commander decides to address the soldiers and boost their morale. Establishing rapport with her troops is yet another battle that the leader must face. Through the subtle alchemy of words, one can win trust and raise morale, or lose face and authority. Addressing the army on the border of the world wound, the commander seeks to establish herself as a military leader on this new battleground. And her efforts prove fruitful. The soldiers listen dutifully, smiles appearing on their faces. Someone in the ranks jokes that the demons are growing tired of waiting for them. The army keeps moving. Lines of soldiers step warily beneath the shroud of low black clouds. It's like the world wound has reached out a finger into the lands of Mendev. The gesture seems eerily harmless, but then the clouds come to life, shooting out howling tornadoes one after another. The tornadoes come from all sides, from ahead, behind, and right above the soldier's head. The power of the elements is on one side of the scales, the soldier's faith and inspiration on the other. It's plain to see which is greater. The determined army runs the gauntlet of tornadoes. The struggle lasts over half an hour, but the army's only losses are a few bags of supplies and a dozen hats whipped off into the sky. After stopping to catch their breath, the soldiers continue on. Their first encounter with the world wound has ended in their favor. Got a +10 to morale. Also, okay. I will always go for Master of Maneuver. Because the ability to have multiple stacks of warriors in your army is really nice. Actually, I might spread these guys out more. Okay. Not yet. Stroke.
Sela, my dear, won't you tell me again how sinful and morally bankrupt my lifestyle is, and how I must see the error of my ways? Your lectures always send me straight to sleep.
Yeah, right. Today, your path to repentance is silent prayer and self-reflection.
Oof. We rolled a nat 1. But we still succeeded. It just tells you how high the bonuses are. Alright. Yep, here we go. Okay.
I will help where I can.
Good, I need you to be speedy. Ah! Something strange has just occurred. Hold on a sec. Okay. My mouse just like glitched.
Can't Hide from me.
Might be running out of battery. Okay, well. That's awkward. We're gonna pause real quick. I'm gonna go hunt down a battery, and we'll see if we can fix my mouse so that doesn't happen again. If it happened during combat, that would be unfortunate. So, hold on. Alright. I grabbed 2. Because if this works, it'd be nice to have a spare on hand for future occasions. Well, yep, that's done it. I just realized something. I didn't keep track of what I was doing. Okay. That one is the other good battery. Okay. This one I'm gonna put somewhere. How about there? That's as good a place as any, and then this other one stick there. Alright. That's what you get when you use a wireless mouse, I suppose. We're finally here. Elan and Curl must be around here somewhere, and Jana too, if they gave her permission to leave. Ah, there they are. Hang on, it's only Elan and Jana. Greetings, Sela, and greetings to you, Knight Commander. Sir Elan puts his hands behind his back and bows slightly. Then he casts an inquisitive glance at you. He seems less friendly than he was the day you met at the Defender's Heart. Jana puts her hands on her hips. She looks even more dashing than usual. Elan is feeling a little shy. He thought he asked for help from a couple nobodies like us, but now you've turned into the saviors of Canabras, Knights of the Fifth Crusade marked by Amade's blessing. And you still came to help him dig through a pile of junk. Sela frowns a little. Let's not talk about it. I assure you, I'm the same Sela, your friend from the League of the Cart, and we came here to help you look for Elan's ring. By the way, where's Curl? He didn't come with us. He said an old wound was acting up. Alright, my friends, since we're here, let's finish this mission quickly. I really don't feel comfortable bothering the Knight Commander with my personal problems. Alright, what does this ring look like, and where should we look for it? Last time I saw the ring was with my things in my traveling chest. Now the camp's in total disarray. I don't know how we'll ever find it. The ring is made of a shiny silver metal with a deep blue-green jewel. You can't miss it. Master Derek is not just a jeweler, he's an artist. There's no mistaking one of his creations. A trinket worth several months' pay, Elan? The rules on the surface are insane. You should give your girls fried rats like we do. You'd save yourself a lot of trouble. plan. Alright, off we go. I'll take that, thanks. Just gonna run around here.
Might be treasure.
Perception checks all around. And grab as much loot as we can. Now, what I don't remember is exactly which thing it's in. Yep, hand hearts were attacked by demons here. Yep. Knights did indeed leave in a hurry. Too bad I'm not a bard. Something is inside that tent.
This is my kind of work.
Piece of an antique ring. It's not the one we're looking for, but it's cool all the same. Alright. So one of these two boxes. Okay, it's this one right here. Elan, it's literally in this chest. Okay. A small Quasit demon emerges from the chest. It looks at you angrily, screwing up its ugly little face. It's holding a shiny object in its paws, a sparkling silver ring with a large blue-green jewel. It's mine! Mine! Elan, look! Look at that creepy thing. What's it holding? I've seen one of those before. These small demons like to tease and bully, but it'll bolt if it senses any real threat. Let's surround it and attack all together before it can figure out what's happening. You guys have been blinded. So you guys failed your fortitude saves. Mine! The Quasit throws its paws in the air and splashes you with beams of color. You hear insolent giggling. The demon is jumping up and down, throwing the ring into the air and catching it. Mine! Mine! Elan, Janna! Sela glances at her friends, then turns to you. They're all right. They'll come round soon. Quickly, let's catch the little rascal before it runs off with the ring. He hasn't gone far. He's literally right here. Hello. Sela, this is where the fact that you have a horse is very handy.
Careful now.
What are you talking about? Of course I can catch you. Sela's on a horse. Hello. I am not too slow. I keep getting to your checkpoints ahead of you.
That's easy.
Give me the ring, you scoundrel. Before Elan manages to get to the Quasit, the halfling Curl appears right next to it, quite out of nowhere. He snatches the ring from the demon's paws. You mustn't get it! Curl, what are you? Thrusting herself between Elan and Curl, Sela barely manages to absorb the blow aimed at the halfling. Elan, stop! Have you gone mad? He's using a summon spell. Why did you stop?
Let's have some fun.
Jana, you're fine. Bye. Just running away with your sword over your head. Ah! We're on our own now, but it's like 3 babas in a closet. I'm not stressed about it. Nicely done, y'all. Elan, what are you doing? You nearly cut down Curl. Without a second thought, without a trial, without even knowing if he was responsible for all this. He might be a victim himself. What am I doing? He lured us into a trap. Curl was the only one who knew where we were going. He knew we thought there wouldn't be anyone at the camp besides some small, harmless demons, so he set a trap. I wouldn't be surprised if its demon masters had him targeting the commander from the start. Talk about believing the redemption of scoundrels. We barely know anything about what happened. Curl is a good lad. He's not a spy or a murderer. Maybe they threatened him, tricked him, or even bewitched him with demon magic. And now we'll never know because you let him escape. Better to let a thief escape than cut down an innocent. You two need to calm down. You're both right in your own way, and anyway, what's been done can't be undone. We're lucky no one died in today's little brawl, but who knows where Sela's naivety may one day lead you. Do you hear me, sister? You're not just another knight. Whatever you do may have terrible consequences. You clearly have something to say. Go ahead then, spit it out. Sela, I didn't want to say this, but I think of you as my friend, so I'm going to warn you. After what happened at the Grey Garrison, you're in serious danger, and maybe not just you. You might like to ignore military hierarchy and the rules of knightly orders, but there's wisdom in them that has stood the test of time. A soldier rises from a private to an officer, a knight begins as a squire. Even Iomede's paladins gain their abilities gradually. But not with you and the commander. You are granted incredible powers, far surpassing seasoned paladins with experience and skill far beyond your years. You received this gift at just the right moment and saved a lot of lives across Mendev. That's a great deed that will be remembered for ages to come. But what happened next was wrong. They began to worship you. The Queen gave you such vast power, all while you sidestepped everything. Training, experience, hardship. This is not the first time Her Majesty has behaved rashly, and how much good has this brought Mendev? I'm frightened by what I see. Especially by the way that you, Sela, trust people so easily and leap into adventures without looking. One day you'll lower your sword when you should have driven the blade home, just like thousands of bright-eyed youngsters will after you. Elan pauses as if reluctant to continue, then looks you in the eye. I wanted to tell you the same thing, Commander. So, okay, but here's the thing. Here's my issue with this. And you run into this a bit over dialogues over the course of the game. I'm a family science major. I've been studying relationships, families, what makes a healthy relationship for about a year now. Keep in mind I'm on an Azada run. From a relational and emotional health standpoint, in real life, the lawful option here is the best one because you get less defensive. So lawful option is, you're right to an extent, Elan, but I didn't choose my lot and I'm just trying to fulfill my duty as best I can. That's the most emotionally healthy response. Second and most healthy is, what's the point in dwelling on things we can't change? I'll have this power and I'll use it as I see fit. Still not super good though, because it basically says, I don't care what you think. Your opinion doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna do whatever I want because my opinion is the only one that matters. That doesn't feel good in any kind of relationship. But this chaotic option, which theoretically I should choose for my chaotic good Azada run, or chaotic neutral trickster run, depending on what I decide, So if I understand you correctly, I'm an incompetent leader who never earned my position? Ooh. Eh. Eh. That jumps straight from defensiveness, from what is a really valid critique. And if you jump straight to defensiveness in a conversation, you're really just going to start an argument. You're not going to resolve the conversation in a healthy way. Because what you're saying is, not only does... Like, what if I chose this option? What I'm saying to Elan is, not only do I not care about what you think, or your opinion, not only does your opinion not matter to me, but also I'm going to get defensive and assume that you're insulting me. And I'm going to turn it right back on you, right? And that's just going to bring up his defenses and his hackles, and in real life it would just lead to an argument. And bad blood on all sides. So it's interesting because this is shown here as lawful and chaotic. But the thing is, this feels more like a good option to me, because this is what would actually be good for the relationship. It's not about the law. It's about, and I mean, it says it's about the law because you're just trying to fulfill your duty, right? But it's the way it's phrased that makes it feel like a good option rather than like an evil option. Or like a relationship damaging option. I guess it's not exactly evil. So you go, there's a bit of family science nerding for you. When you're in a relationship, you want to listen to your partner. And you want to listen to what they have to say. You want to accept what they have to say. Even if you don't agree with it, you want to say, I hear you. I hear your concerns. These are valid concerns. I may not agree, but these are valid concerns. Let's talk about it. Here's where I'm at. And you open the door for a much healthier discussion. So, despite the run I'm doing, I am going to do this one. Because generally, this is going to be the response you get. The knight lowers his head. I apologize.